What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, guys. Yeah, in this video, I'm gonna go through the trades I took this week, and I'm gonna give you guys basically my market analysis going into the new week. Today is the 22nd of June. It's Sunday, and let me get to it, guys. On the dollar index, bro. You guys know I always start with the dollar index, guys. I'm still bearish. The overall, my swing bias is bearish, right? Because you guys can clearly see the swing structure is bearish, right? We got our pullback, in the week. I was when the market came right around like about around here. I thought it was gonna impulsively shoot to the downside, but you can clearly see that price is still, in this corrective uptrend because there has not been any break of structure to the downside. So, you know, I'm just gonna have to wait for the dollar index to form its structure right now, because you guys can clearly see we did come to our supply right here. There's our supply zone. Price did come to the supply, and then it started rejecting, but we have not broken this low right here. So I'm gonna quickly mark this as a minor low. This is how it's clearly looking. You've got this internal structure that's going on, but I don't want to focus too much on that. I want to keep it clean. So my prediction, what I'd like to see for the market coming into the week, maybe it might shoot up a bit, I don't know, but then I'm looking for this, bro. Initially I just want to see a break of this low right here, and then a retest before starting to sell. But knowing the market, it might just shoot down. Hey, the market might just come and shoot down on an impulse thing. This week we might just get an impulse shoot to the downside. Who knows, bro? Who knows? But I am still bearish. But I'm not gonna. I wouldn't look for anything until these lows get violated, bro. The violation of these lows is our confirmation that okay, we can start, looking for entry signals and what's what. But for that, I'm good. GBP USD, guys, let me tell you, bro, I did enter a trade on the thingy, on this pair. I'm gonna put a video right now or a screenshot, whatever. But I am, as we speak right now, I'm still in a trade. I'm holding this trade. But by the looks of things, I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good, and I feel like it's gonna hit my stop loss. But luckily I did put my stop loss to break even, so that is, I'm not gonna lose anything. It's a risk-free trade. But then I still feel like I have hope this thing is gonna shoot up before selling. Like, it might just shoot up, to these highs, or it might shoot to this area here and then come to the swing demand zone right here, because if it sells, it's gonna complete this move here on the daily. You can clearly see on the daily, this is what's happening: impulse, correction, impulse. I'm gonna count this as one impulsive move, and then a correction. I'm expecting a correction right now. You get me? So I'm expecting something like this. So yeah, this is GBP USD, guys. So let me quickly explain to you what I saw when I sold the pair. I mean, when I took buys on the thingy, on the pair. So You guys can clearly see structure was like moving in this weird. I saw this as a range, guys. And I did explain on my previous videos that I see this as a range. And this was before price broke here. I saw this as one big range, guys. You get me? So the moment price broke these lows right here, let me extend here just to show you guys. You guys can clearly see when price just started breaking these lows. For me, that was a confirmation that okay, we're no more looking to buy, we're starting to look to sell, right? We are gonna start getting that pullback from the daily. That daily pullback might just happen. You know what I'm saying? So I saw that, and then I just waited for the market to do its thing. But then I realized that okay, from this move to down here, this was very impulsive, right? So at the back of my mind, I know that okay, normally after an impulsive move, we need a correction, right? And then I just waited for the market to do its thing. Then I saw price break structure on the 15-minute. Let me show you. This was before this 4-hour break of structure. This chalk pattern on the 4-hour happened, right? Because you guys can clearly see on the 4-hour we've got this change of character pattern right here. This was before this formed. The trade I saw. So I went on the 15-minute, right? Because I knew after an impulse we need a pullback, right? So I went on the 15-minute. I was like, okay, what's going on the 15-minute? Let me show you. This is how price was looking by this time. This is how price looked by the time of the entry. Okay, came down, became a high, and then we broke this low with this move, and then we started creating some structure on the 15-minute. Okay, so this is a bit risky, I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is mad risky of a trade, but it's a skill. Okay, so I saw price starting to break these 15-minute highs right here, guys. These 15-minute highs. Let's not forget that this 4-hour high here was still holding. So on a 4-hour time frame, on a bigger time frame, we're still bearish, but then on the 15 we're breaking structure to the upside. So I saw that happening. I was like, okay, as soon as this high gets violated, as soon as this high gets violated, I'm gonna start entering buys. Price did come, it took out these highs right here. I thought of entering somewhere around here, but I'm not gonna lie, guys, I was scared. Fear, yeah, no. Plus the way this candle was operating, guys, it was moving hella, like it was it was volatile. Not is it volatile? Yes, it was moving like fast, bro, to the downside even. So I was like, nah, let me rather not. And then price came and it broke this high right here, this mini high right here, and then it started correcting to the downside. I was like, nah, I'm gonna enter a trade. And then that's when I took my entry somewhere around here. And then I was anticipating price to come to my fib level before exiting, but then you guys can clearly see it came and then now it's starting to pull back. So now I'm not sure if if this move is gonna break, or you might get something like this, but I strongly believe we might get something like this. I feel like something of this nature might happen for this coming week. And oh my god, yeah, so you guys can clearly see on the 4-hour we did get our change of character pattern, and we can just mark my highs and my lows. And then if we could just move our fib on a 4-hour, yeah, this would not be a bad trade, guys. You know, you just have an order block from. I'd like to have my order block right here. There's a order block for this range. Bam. So yeah, guys, this is a possible entry. You know, if price does stop me out, I'm still gonna look for buys. You know, and I will try re-enter. Oh, I will try and re-enter this trade again. If I get stopped out of my current position, I'm gonna look for buys, for more buys, and I will re-enter on this because yeah, this is fire. This is bad heat. You know, this is a dope trade. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This is, yeah. We could just remove this. You know, got our order block. Yeah. Yeah, guys, this is my trade idea for GBP USD. I am looking for buys to ride around here. You can even take profit at this high right here. You know, you just take this move from here to here, take profit. You nice. Euro USD. Did not trade. I didn't trade this, bro. Look what price did, dog. And again, guys, I'm gonna tell you guys. Look at my previous videos. Look what price did. I anticipated this. Easy. That's why you should just have, sometimes in the market, guys, you just need to have patience, bro. Like, just wait for price. I waited for price to come to my zone before starting to look for buys, you know. But then with this one, I was not as aggressive on GBP USD because on the 15-minute, it wasn't, yeah, I didn't really get what I was looking for. So I decided not to enter this at all. I decided not to enter, but I am confident that this week we're gonna push down to go back up, you know, because let me break it down for you guys. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So you guys can clearly see, bro, Euro USD is in an uptrend on the daily. This is how the overall daily structure is looking like, dog. Like, we are in this range, right? I'm confident we will be buying. You know, I am confident in buying this. You know, you can clearly see we came pull back. Now we are in that impulsive move. So I'm looking for higher highs before we can start looking for retest on the low, on the high time frame from a swing perspective, right? But yeah, I don't want to get caught up too much on the swing. Let's go to the 4-hour, right? So on the 4-hour, you guys can clearly see we created this low, this high, price came, pull back. You guys know the same old. This is like, you know, yes. You guys can clearly see, guys, this is the structure of the market. Impulse, then it came to correct, price came correctively, and then now we just got our 4-hour chalk pattern, guys. This is just beautiful. Yes, we just got our 4-hour chalk pattern. Price did break and close. It didn't just wick. It broke and closed above these highs right here. Okay, let me just mark that up as well. It's this candlestick right here. This is clean, bro. This is a clean change of character. So now, we weren't making we're not making lower lows anymore and lower highs. Now it's time to look to buy this thing now. Now we're looking to buy this thing. Extend it. Yes, sir. And then we've got this low as well right here. Just mark up this low. Cool. You guys can clearly see price it gave us our chalk pattern on the 4-hour, right? So now let's go to the 15 minutes to just get a deeper view of what's going on. So here's the 15 minute, guys. You guys can clearly see the 4-hour structure. Let me just mark it up for y'all so y'all don't get confused. Here's the 4-hour structure. Then we are here. I'm just gonna put this here. This is how the 4-hour structures been. Let's not forget. So we're expecting what? Our pullback right now, guys. Right now we're expecting a pullback to the downside to give us a higher low, a low that's higher than this low right here. So expecting a higher low on the 4-hour before we start shooting up. So on the 15 minute we should see breaks of structure to the downside, right? And yeah, that's what we're basically waiting for. The reason why, let me tell you guys the reason why I didn't enter this, right? Because I saw this high on the 15 minute. This was a 15 minute high right here, right? So as soon as price broke this high, it just broke. It didn't come back to test or give us some sort of proper pullback before shooting. So if price did give us if the market pulled back deeper, I was probably gonna be in these trades as well. I was gonna enter these things, the buys, because with GBP/USD, what it did, it gave us a deep pullback. So but then with Euro/USD, it didn't. So I was like, what? I'm just rather gonna step away from the market and not trade. I don't trade this pair at all. So that's just basically the reason why I didn't enter. It's just I was waiting for a pullback, I didn't get it, and I was like, fuck it, no, I'm not entering. Which is a good thing, And I had a lot of trades because I also had a GBP CHF trade that I was running. I'm also gonna explain that one, but yeah, you guys can clearly see, man. This is Euro/USD for now. I feel like it's too early to mark this as a high because this high didn't cause a break of any structure. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill with the fib. I'm not gonna lie. There's no, yeah, this high needs to cause a break of a structure on the 15 minute, like maybe break this low or something before I can consider this as a high. Because market could just continue, could just continue and buy and buy and buy. They didn't give us the proper high. They didn't start, So for now, Euro/USD, I am looking for buys. I won't lie. I'm bullish, but then I'm gonna wait for a pullback first, then start looking to buy. That's what I have for Euro/USD. You guys can clearly see the 4-hour structure that I marked. Clean, guys. This is just clean. Nothing else. Euro/GBP, I was looking to buy. I missed the trade. Okay, I did enter a trade. Let me not lie. Yes, I did. Let me show you guys. I entered a trade. A paper trade though. Was it a paper trade? No, it was. Yes, I entered a paper trade, guys. I did. Oh, bro, this thing is like, look at this stock. It's leaving. Euro GBP is moving, guys. And I did say on the previous video, like, we are coming for these highs. I did, guys. Just check the previous videos. You guys will see. I've been saying. I have been saying. You know. And this thing, the confusing thing is that it's leaving without, like, look at these imbalances here. I would like for this thing to come back and give us a deep pullback before buying, bro. But like, it's just shooting. Look at the daily, dog. Like, it's just been just shooting, dog. No proper pullback has been, you know. So I haven't really been confident when it comes to entering this pair. I'm not gonna lie, guys, because the reason why I took buys, because let me just analyze first and then I'll show you guys. Yeah, no, it's gonna be a bit hectic. Okay, so price was around somewhere here. I think it was this candlestick, even this 4 hour. You know, because I saw the structure. You know, I saw the structure here. Price came, created a high, pulled back, and then it broke this high, right? So I'm like, okay, maybe this is not a bad idea to enter. You know, it won't be a bad idea to look for buys. Just wait for a pullback and then look for buys, right? So I was waiting. Price was like around here, so I was just waiting, and then I went on the 15-minute time frame. Let me show. This is where shit got interesting, you know, because you know I had my thingy, my GAN box as well. You know, I was analyzing. I was like, you know, I'm gonna show you guys something. So mind you, bro, this was before this move down. It was before this move here. Nah, I had entered a paper trade buy. Yeah. Why did I enter the paper trade buy, nah? Because I saw in the 15-minute, right? Price was moving down, 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 down. And then as soon as the 15-minute broke this high, because I saw this as structure, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I saw this as structure, you know, as a high. You know, I created a high, then came this low, then I saw this as a high. And I was like, okay. So as soon as price came and broke and closed above this 15-minute high here, I was like, let me wait for a pullback before entering a buy. And then price came around and then it tapped me in and then it gave us some small profits and then it shot down. But then the reason why I didn't enter on my thing on MetaTrader is because I was not confident with this trade. Number one, we are in a premium zone on the thing again box. You know, this is premium price, not discount. You know, price didn't give us a pullback. If we remove this again box, price didn't come to our fib. That's why I also didn't buy. Take the buys right there and then, you know. And yeah, I just stepped away from the market. The reason why I took the paper trade is because I was like, okay, does this mean that if price breaks structure to the upside before it gets to your to my zone of interest, is it valid to take the trade even though it's not where you want it to be? And I got my answer. My answer is no. You know, so I don't know how I'm gonna start like tackling these types of situations going forward, because you find that sometimes the price might do the same thing. You know, let me explain to you. You know, this is what happened to me, guys. Let me try and give you guys an explanation fast. You know, you find that maybe price now is doing something like this, right? And then when now you looking to enter once price enters this zone right here, right? But what if the market does this, bro? Let me show you. What if the market does this, you know, and then it breaks this? sure. Yes, right. So this is what basically kind of happened on this trade, right? Like, you know, what I was trying to take from the, oh, sorry guys, apologies for the, yes. So what I was trying to take from this trade, guys, is how do we deal with situations like this, right? Because I'm sure there will be situations where the market will print your structure, but then what if it breaks structure before it reaches your zone, right? Because initially you looking to enter once price comes here, but then price starts breaking structure before it gets to your zone. Does this mean that it's valid for you to take the trade, or are you gonna step away and say no, because it didn't hit my zone, I'm not gonna trade? That's, that's what kind of happened with this trade here, because on the 15 minute, you know I saw a BOS, before price came to the fib, before price entered premium zone, I mean discount pricing. If you look at the GAN box here, it was still on premium pricing before the discount. So that's why I didn't take it on my demo. I just decided to take a paper trade. And yeah, I think I won't. I think the best thing for me to do is just to wait for price to get to my zone of interest before looking for breaks of structure. But then, yeah, though it still didn't come to the fib and it still shot up. You guys can clearly see here, price still shot up without getting to the fib. But then, it did come to discount pricing. You know, it got to the discount first, then shot up. So like, it's tricky, bro. It really is tricky. Or maybe I could say, maybe we should, instead of waiting for the fib, if price comes below the 50% mark, then break structure, then that might be a nice way to enter. But then it's a bit confusing, bro. So that's Euro GBP for me, guys. That's the trade that I saw this week. I'm still bullish on this thing because you could say it broke these highs, bro. Like, you could say it broke these highs. I'm still gonna look for buys, bro. This thing, it's so confusing because, like, we are in an impulsive phase. You don't expect a deep pullback at the same time. So we'll see what happens next week, guys. But I'm still bullish on Euro GBP, guys. I'm mad bullish. GBP CHF. This one was a fight, bro. This one was a fight. We were fighting, yeah. I think I took two positions. Or was this from last week? Nah, this was not from last week. This was this week. I took two trades here. This one, I think this was break even, and then this one chopped me. The second one chopped me. The first one was a break even trade. Cause I remember, I think I have a video on this one, on why I'm looking to sell. I might be wrong, but then let me just quickly explain my thought process behind. Clearly you guys can see we are still in that corrective phase on the 4 hour. So we are in that corrective phase on the 4 hour, lower lows and lower highs, right? Well, let me say the daily / 4 hour, whatever. On the 4 hour we are making lower lows, lower highs. You guys can clearly see, bro. You can just see. And then now it seems like we're going up. Yeah, that's another one. We'll explain that one later now. Right. So price was like around here. It was around here, bro. And I'm like, I saw we had this high right here. I'm like, okay, this high caused this low. Then this high caused this low. Then the market came to create this high as well. But then I was like, okay, since the market came to our zone of interest, maybe this move should start, pushing up. But then as soon as price started rejecting with this high and going down, and it broke these minor lows as well. Guys, let's not forget that with this high caused the break of these minor lows right here. This low, this low, this low, you know. So I'm like, that means that it's not ready to start buying. What if it just sells and takes these and comes to this zone here and takes these lows out, comes to this zone? Maybe not ready to buy, So I waited for price to give me a pullback. Let me show you the 15 minutes. I was like, okay, price broke below. Um, yeah, price broke. It held these lows here with this move. Then it came, and then on the 15 minute, bro, I saw a chalk pattern, bro. Look at this. On the 15 minute, I saw I remember, but I was like, okay, it's moving. Bam, 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 bam. Then this high caused the break of this low right here, bro. And I was like, guy. Then I caught it somewhere here on the guy. I'm entering these cells. Price came, started dancing, then it gave me profits. As soon as price gave me profits, bro, I closed my trade and I put it back to break even. Because I was like, okay, since price broke these lows, I'm anticipating, it to start selling to take out these lows. Right? You get me? And then eventually we're gonna get to these lows. So as soon as price started breaking this low right here, I was like, then it's not a bad idea for me to put my stops to break even, because now after a break of this low, we're expecting a pullback. Then we're gonna start taking these lows. Price came, took my stop loss, and then it shot back up, right? It took me out at break even. I think I have a video of me taking the sales. I'm not sure if I have a video of me of price closing the trade. I'll check on my gallery. But then yeah, and I was like, okay. Then I was off the market for a few days. I think for like 2 days I didn't like look at this. And then I came back. I was like, now price was like around here, bro. Like around here. I'm like, okay. Price is failing to break this low, right? This was my thought process at the time before taking this trade down. So price came, created this low, created this high, but then now this high is failing to break this low right here. Because now price is just making structure, it's dancing around. Now it's starting to break these internal highs, right? So I'm like, okay, since this high is failing to break this low, but it's breaking these highs, it's not a bad idea to start buying, and the buys are gonna correlate with our swing, with our swing buyers, and so I'm like, maybe this is the time to start buying right now, right? So I went to the 15 minute again, and I was like looking at the structure there. I'm like, okay, we created this high. We created this low, right? And then price started like pushing up and creating these small higher highs and higher lows, and then eventually price broke. Let me remove this one here. Why would you freeze now, bro? This laptop. From this low, price broke this high right here, right? This low caused the break of these highs, so this is the strong low, right? I was like, okay, that's clean. Then price came and gave me that retest, bro. And then from this retest, I was like, if this low caused the break of this high, and then now we're coming back for a retest, which means this is a strong low, right? So then I entered my buys. Price came, it took this high, and then now prices around here. But then guys, on this trade I did take a loss because of spread. Cause I'm gonna take a screenshot. I'm gonna show you guys a screenshot of how my MT5 looks like. It doesn't look like this. Like on my MT5 it shows like a big candle, you know and at that time it shows like a big candle, like around here, I think. And at that time I had put my stops to, like, I'd like move my stops higher just so that I protect my risk. So I am out of this trade. I got chowed because of spread, but it's cool. The next week there's gonna be more opportunities, bro, but I am looking to buy. I'm not gonna lie, I am looking to buy, to start aligning with the swing. you know but for me to start buying, I think I'm gonna wait for this high to get violated. Maybe if I can get a break and closure of this high, then I can start looking to buy the market again. But we'll see, bro. We'll see what happens, guys. So that's just been how my week has been so far. I took how many trades? I think I took three. I think I took three trades. I'm in one, and I took two losses. So yeah, guys, this week has not been good, but it hasn't been a good week, nah. But then it didn't feel like a bad week. I don't know if that makes sense, because I just like I felt like I was on my A game, but then the results are not showing. But then, guys, new week, whatever happened last week happened last week. Next week is a new week, and let's kill the market, guys. I'm gonna see you guys on the next video, and peace, guys. Take care.